posted the tweet, and we are good. All right, there we are. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's all y'all's fine ladies and gentlemen doing today?
I'm tired. I'm
Yeah, that's
sleepy.
valid.
I'm hungry.
Honestly, not bad.
I woke up
Well,
at
yeah.
8:30 and I just couldn't go back to sleep, so I'm like, I'm gonna just chill in bed for a bit. Chilled in bed till like
Yeah.
9:45, and I'm like, I should get up for the podcast.
I woke up at like 9:30 for me because we're starting this at 11, and I just was like, let's get ready. So I got dressed and I just started trying to set up that webcam, and I guess it didn't really matter.
Nah, no, it should
Can't
be
really
fine.
turn it on. I mean, I'm not that upset,
Yeah.
but damn,
Yeah,
I was
no.
stressed over nothing.
Yeah, this is pretty new for like all of us, so like
hmm
it's this new Discord feature. At least it started what, like a month ago, or no, just August 5th or something. Yeah.
I didn't even know it existed until now.
Yeah, no, they didn't really like say anything about it.
It just happened.
Yeah, I think there was like a one notification, but it wasn't like too big. It wasn't like a big announcement, but yeah, no. So we're trying something new compared to last time we did the podcast. Um, but today's episode is a free episode. I'm not doing a TMG podcast thing. That's stupid. Uh, but no, today's episode we're gonna be talking about summertime and how we've just been because we haven't uploaded a podcast. We haven't had time during the summer to really do the podcast
hmm
because we are all just like really busy. Scheduling is just off on everyone's ends. I had 40-hour work weeks um, at a health clinic, so things were a little tough on my end. I can't say the same for others. So, Charlie, how was working during the summer?
Oh boy, it was busy. Oh my goodness, I thought I'd have time when school's over and summer hits, I'm gonna play a whole bunch of games and stuff like that and stream and work, but goddamn, that didn't happen.
Yeah, no,
I was
that's valid.
dead most of the time. I didn't really go on my laptop as much as I wanted to be.
Yeah,
But yeah.
and Gabriel.
Just the summer in general.
Yeah.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. A plan came together for just moving out and getting a townhome, and it's great. Like being here now, I'm glad that this happened. Um, I don't know. I feel really independent. At the same time, I feel quite bad because I'm currently trying to find a job, right? But
Mm-hmm.
just being here feels really nice,
No.
and I'm really thankful for that. And
Yeah,
just
that's good.
there were some other things that happened during the summer, one of my first, I think it was my first girlfriend. I met up with her before moved, and I said hey, I just want to talk and honestly just find out who you are and talk to you about everything that happened, and not everything that happened between us, just everything that happened between high school, between when we broke up and when we were moving. And it was really refreshing to just meet up and talk.
Mm-hmm.
It was an experience. I'll put it that way.
That's good. I
hmm
remember at the start of summer we had a picnic with Cam, Aiden, uh, Isaac.
Oh, we did.
That was
Yeah.
fun. Like
hmm
That
that
was
was
good.
before everyone got busy and shit. Like,
It really
but
was.
yeah, no. Honestly, one good picnic is it's fire. It's good to, especially during this time of COVID where like you don't really get to see people. Plus, I was away for school for no a dumb reason. I just wanted to leave Yellowknife. So, but no, it was fun seeing everyone back home in Yellowknife, um, being able to chat up again, and just vibing with everyone. Like
Yeah,
farmers market was up. But you go,
the
Charlie.
nice thing, sorry, the nice thing was that group, that picnic that we had, all of us barely talked to each other, but once that picnic happened, we were it was the vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
kind of showed that like just because we haven't been talking a while doesn't mean that anything changed, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like we're all still buddies even though we haven't been catching up with each other.
Yeah.
I think that's something I've learned this summer that like yeah, you might be like good friends, you might be friends in general, but you don't need to talk like every single day.
Hmm.
Just like you're there for the other person, and if you do need to talk, like you're always there. But like yeah, like going into university, like trying to get a job, like understanding that people are probably gonna end up working like 5 days a week or going to school 5 days a week. They're gonna be busy with that.
Yeah. No.
Knowing that you're probably not gonna talk to everybody every day kind of like hit me, and I don't know, it's just something I've picked up this summer at least. And it's a comforting feeling knowing that, like even though they're not messaging me or whatever, like we're still friends. We're
Yeah.
still really chill.
Like, I remember like throughout the summer, like or before summer actually, going back to what Charlie said, thinking about how we were gonna have like so much free time to play video games. Like I was like thinking like, cause like I was like I'm not big on TikTok, but like I'm like I started getting like a little bit of a following, and like my ego kind of grew up a little bit. But like I was like, okay, during the summer I'll have more time to post TikToks, reply to people, do shit like that. I got a job, and then everything's like can't really do that. I feel drained at the end of the day, um, and I don't want to give people like a half-assed version of me, where like, cause being 100% is always fun, and it lets you be you for other people instead of someone that's like that doesn't seem to be want to really be there. So like I guess I took a hiatus for a bit, and maybe it'll be like Hunter x Hunter, where like we don't know when the hiatus will finish.
Oh my god. Damn, you really brought it up like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like honestly, like yeah, sometimes you just take a break. And it's not bad. It's not like you're finishing talking to people forever
Mm-hmm.
or finishing doing something forever. It's just for that moment, for the next little bit, like you're just doing your thing. And that's all right.
Yeah.
It's something you
Yeah.
just gotta learn.
Speaking about that too, I feel like over the summer I was just kind of focusing on myself too and just kind of like looking at reality and just kind of self growth kind of way. Like now I feel more confident in my own body and my own skin than I was like probably during the COVID times.
That's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. We love that.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say I did something similar, but when you said like self-realizing, like I took like some time to myself. Like I got out of a relationship and I really just like kind of sat and like thought about it and thought about my ideas with relationships and like thought about like just life in the big picture, not just mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I definitely feel like I'm getting older and I'm actually like thinking about things in a way that like I probably should be, and thinking about things that I never thought about before. And it feels really weird saying that I feel like I'm getting older, but that's exactly what it is.
No, that's yeah, no, that's pretty valid. Like,
Hmm.
I had to do my taxes.
we
No,
love taxes,
that was
Yep.
but at the same time,
I've
like it's
never
good.
like whenever I did my taxes, I always like sat down with my parents or whatever. But no,
Mm-hmm.
like I had to like do it,
Okay, period.
and I don't know, that felt really grown up.
Independent king. Let's go.
Yeah, praise the king.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Like over the summer, like well during the school year, like I thought I was like one sexuality, and then like throughout that school year and then throughout the summer, like I'm starting to like realize or like fading into like one sexuality that I think I am, but I'm still like questioning at the moment as to like what my body really wants, I guess, to put it that way. Um, shut up.
It's a good way to put it.
Like everything's very confusing for me right now. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
Sexuality is a very like broad topic, and I feel like it does take time to like label yourself, if that makes sense.
yes, I guess that's what I should say.
Yeah, and I know that some people are kind of like fluid with it. Like they don't like putting labels on themselves, so they're just like whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I have like a soft label, but at the same time, my mentality behind it is like, you know what? Like, if I like this person, so be it. Like,
Hmm.
it's nothing like, no, I am this. I cannot stray from this. Like, it's just, yeah, like, I don't know. If it happens, it happens. If I like this person, so be it. And honestly, it works for me. I don't really feel the need to put a label on myself. And while some people find comfort in it, and you know what, that's okay. Like, that's fine.
Hmm.
Um, you don't need to put a label on things like that because they only apply to you. And if the label doesn't help you, then there's not a good reason to label it, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that.
yeah. No, never mind. Maybe that. Yeah, no. I'm just very like questioning, I guess, about where I'm at.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
learning a
okay.
lot, so yeah. No,
Okay,
holy
period.
cow. Yeah, no. Then again, I play League, so like, I'm taking whatever I
Fair
can get.
enough.
I'm sorry.
That's a whole new topic. Like League of Legends has become like a different like part of my life, which
Honestly,
like I never expected it to like a year ago.
yeah.
Honestly, like video games in its entirety like has really just gotten me through some things that like I don't know how.
Same. Like last year around this time, I was talking to one of my old friends from Australia. His name was Darcy, and like I was like, "Do you play any computer games?" Because I was thinking of getting a PC at the time, and he was like, "Nah." But my friends play League of Legends, and that shit's toxic. And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's like one of the games I'll never touch. Cause before I wasn't really toxic in game. Like
Yeah,
sure
but look at you now.
yeah, and then now I roast training bots on Clash Royale.
Yeah, it's changed you, man. I can see it. And that's just League.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious. But no, becoming a Yone one trick. At least I'm not toxic like other Yone mains. Honestly,
Damn,
I'm toxic with other champions like Nunu and Millump. We
that's
still
so
need to get
funny.
Charlie into.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about
We
when
need.
it comes to characters in League because I don't think I'm ever gonna touch that game again.
Yeah, well, Isaac
Like,
did too, and
Honestly,
guess what?
Charlie,
He
I
started playing
don't
League.
blame you.
I remember Gabe and I, like, Gabe was like showing me how to play and put like these like bots down, these cameras down as a character, and I was like, I just want to kill people. Like, I don't want to like, because I'm so used to playing like Apex. I think that I just want to rush in and just like win the game. But watching you guys play League, it's like you need to be patient and you gotta like do objectives and like do other things before you can start taking their towers down.
Yeah, it. There's a lot that comes with League of Legends. Like you have to think a lot differently than you would with any other game. And I know that like games like Dota are like much more. You got to think a lot more, but like you got to think a lot in League. I'm not gonna lie. You're talking
Yeah,
about Apex, man. I tried that out. That's hard. People just beam you right out the gate,
that's true.
and I just can't deal with it. Every
I'm
time I
down to
boot
play
up,
again.
like I just,
Yeah,
oh man, like I gotta play to get better, right? So yeah, we'll play. But
Yay.
man,
yeah.
that shit's hard.
Like you drop in, you grab a gun, you think you're safe, and then someone just punches you out of nowhere, and you're dead. Like,
Yeah, dude, I was playing the other day, and like I dropped in, I grabbed a gun, and I was like shooting at this person, and then with zero hesitation, zero fear in their eyes, they just walk up to me, start punching me, and they won. I have
I
no
mean,
idea how the hell. I probably just missed all my shots, to be honest.
I feel
But I
like
felt
with
so
PC
garbage about it.
lobbies, hmm PC lobbies are, I feel like when you start playing Apex on PC, it's a lot harder than like starting off of on controller, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and
Probably.
I think that's just like the PC culture that like
Hmm.
everyone's just like kind of cracked as soon as they like figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
You just get like incredibly good because like you just get used to your sense, you just get used to the aim, you just get used to like the controls. I think that's just like PC in general.
And movement is like a big deal too when it comes to like Apex on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people like side strafe, and
Hmm.
it's like a boxing match. Like they go so quick, left, right, up, down, and I'm like I always see those like Twitch clips, and I'm like, damn, I can't do
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Like, I understand why PC players are upset with console players for the aim assist because it probably helps them so much
Yeah.
when people are just like strafing, like crouching up and down, and like, oh my god, like having no aim assist on PC feels like garbage because I'm just never hitting anything if they move
Mm-hmm.
like a lot in the same amount of time because it's just too much for my mind to just process. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, it's really good micro movements, honestly.
Hmm.
Like you'd think you'd be doing it at one point, but like then you see it again, like on another TikTok, and it's like I was not doing it. I was just the other person just sucked at shooting. It's
Yeah,
either
that's the
I'm
only reason
bad
I
or
hate
you're
only like
worse.
gunfights.
It's never
Exactly.
I'm good and you're like better. No, you're just worse.
Yeah, I feel like in Apex, the only gunfights I win is just with people who have no idea what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I don't have a clue what's going on, but I don't
But
know.
yeah, it definitely takes time to get used to the game though, especially now since there's like a lot of like good players. Because I
Yeah.
remember during the first season, I was able to win games just by knowing COD movement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. COD's one of those games
Oh,
where like
talking
you
about
like yeah
FPS games, damn, like Valorant.
yeah Val.
That
Like
that's a whole different type of game.
honestly, it's
Yep.
Yeah, I know Charlie, you don't like it all that much.
I haven't played it in a hot minute.
I
It's
want to try to get better, but
it's hard, man. It's pretty competitive.
I kind of want
Like
to get
you
into
queue up for
CS:GO.
norms and it's still pretty competitive sometimes. Like I mean, yeah, you'll have the odd game where like everyone's just goofing,
Yeah.
but like sometimes I'll queue up to norms just to like I don't know, like prep for ranked, and like it feels just like a ranked game. Everyone's
mhm.
like
That's
try
true.
harding, they're trying to like get better at the game, which is like good because I don't know, you got to play to get better, right? But
Yeah.
man, it can be hard sometimes.
You literally just sit up, bring a monitor close to you, and you just like till your aim down. You start winning from like
It's like one of those games that you turn a corner, and if you turn the wrong corner without checking it well enough, you just boom, you're dead
you
immediately,
you finna
and
die.
you have nothing. You have like no counterplay if you don't know exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you can mess up.
Mm-hmm.
And while I love the game's pretty fun. I kind of hate that aspect of it where you know like if I turn the wrong corner sometimes, I just get one tapped and I don't exist anymore in the game.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It's another game that takes some time to learn.
it is. But no,
Um,
like
man, it can be hard.
yeah, like the new game Splitgate. That game's pretty fun, honestly. Like
Yeah,
it's not as like I enjoy it more than Valorant because there's not as many things going. Like there's a lot of things going on. Don't get me wrong, but like it's not as much as like Valorant where like the amount of util is there. It's literally just like teleport and yeah, no. Like the grenades are not meant to like hurt players. They're meant to just shut down teleports. So like it's just like
yeah. There's not a lot of thinking going on,
yeah,
and that's something I like about it.
yeah. You just run and gun, and you, it's fun.
Yeah, talking about like more FPS games, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I re-downloaded Modern Warfare Warzone like a couple days ago, and I queued up for a game. Just like one, I just wanted to see if my PC could run it well with like Discord and Spotify and a couple things else open, so that like I
Yeah.
wouldn't cry about FPS lag. Man, that game's hard too. It's gotten really hard. Like the people who play it are really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's going on with Apex. Just the fact that it's been out for a while and people have been playing it for a while, being a
Hmm.
new player and trying to get into it, it's hard.
Hmm.
Another thing with Apex, I think I heard that they're making Titanfall 3, which I'm really excited about because Titanfall 2 was a really fun game. If you guys ever played that.
Actually, that's a series that I haven't actually touched. It looks incredibly interesting though.
Hmm.
I didn't play the story, but like I played multiplayer with Cameron and Rankin at and Johnny at times. But that game was fun. Like we got into it when like people weren't playing it so much, but it was still like really fun. It was really well developed too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Respawn's just a really good like game company. It just sucks that you have to kind of pay for everything.
That's true.
Yeah,
And if
that
you want cool things, it's kind of pricey.
Yeah, it's like EA. Wait, is it owned by EA? I can't remember.
not
Cause
entirely sure.
yeah.
I don't know what the whole like whole deal is with the gaming companies because they just keep getting bought out and
Mm-hmm.
like
Everything's
even
going
though
towards
it's
the
like the
larger
same
areas.
game, sometimes it'll switch gaming companies. So I don't know if they're related or if, I don't know, they just got different contracts.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
So honestly, with those type of things, no clue.
one game I would like to try out too is Rocket League. Like I see Isaac play it, but like Isaac and Kip used to play it a lot, but I haven't played it in so long. And like I used to play it with like Yuki and them, but
Hmm.
that game seems so mechanically tricky. It's whack.
Yeah. Um, for the longest time, it's probably been like a month where like the idea of getting Rocket League has been just sitting in the back of my head. But
Mm-hmm.
actually getting it, I feel like when I start playing it, people are just going to be so much better than me because they've been playing it for so long, so they just know how to control their character. They just kind of know the game.
Yeah.
I've never played it, and it looks super fun. Don't get me wrong, and the games look pretty short. So honestly, like I might just get it and just deal with it until I get good enough. But you know what? Like it looks like a pretty hard game
Mm-hmm.
when I actually think about what the people who are playing are doing. But it's fun to watch. Very fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's like soccer, but it's not as hardcore. And it's cars. They're just zooming. That's all I see.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like when I played it with Yuki and them, like it's just literally just run to the ball, bonk.
Bonk.
Yeah, like that's like and like people like in like high elo is just like flip tricks in the air. I've been in the air for like the entire match. And I'm just like, wow. It's like
I don't know, man.
yeah, like
It's a lot.
it is a lot. There's a lot of like learning curves in every game, but League just takes a cup on how high a learning curve can be.
Yeah, if we really want to go back to League about it, I had to spend a long time just solo queuing and like just holding L's in League just to learn the game. Like not in bots, like in genuine.
Yeah.
I had to go into matches with nine other people, do really bad, and then I had to like be like, where did I mess up? And it's
Mhm.
probably one of the only games where I actually do that. And I feel like I got better pretty quick.
Yeah.
But and League is one of those games where you have to learn. I don't know if Charlie you know this, but you have to sit there and you're always learning. There is there is like no break. There is no like, oh, you're good now. Now you just play however you want. It's like you need to keep learning and keep learning and keep learning and keep learning. There's always something new. Every single game is different, which is another scary part because team comps can be different and that affects the whole game in a whole different way. and
Every
I don't
second
know.
week, there's patches for champs that don't make sense as to
There's
why they're being
updates to
buffed.
the game. It's hard. Like I think like League of Legends has probably been one of the highest learning curve games that I've ever played, and
Yeah.
I feel like I've played quite a lot of games.
Yeah. No, that's valid. Like,
But honestly, okay, yeah, playing games on the topic of video games.
mhm.
Um, yeah, we play a lot of these like high skill cap games, but one game that I'll always go back to when I'm just like not having a good day and I just want to chill out on a video game, it's Minecraft.
Okay, period.
Dude,
Everyone has their 6 month break, 2 weeks
Hmm.
on, no stop Minecraft moments.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a comfort
Minecraft,
game.
exactly. You can do anything you want, and it's really, really nice.
Yeah. And they added axolotls, cute
Yeah, so
monkeys.
cute.
Yeah,
Axolotls are cute, man.
they're amazing. There's a bug that if you put a piston on top of one, it just starts spinning very fast, and if anything touches it, they just zoom.
Ka-chow.
Yeah, they literally just
I
chow out
haven't
of there.
seen that. What the heck?
I think
That's kind of funny.
yeah, I think I sent you the TikTok before.
Yeah, I
It's
think I
within the
got the
100.
TikTok.
Yeah, it's within the last
Very
100
rarely on my
TikToks I've
phone
sent you.
these days.
Dude, that
Buddy
app
said, "Go
is
Yeah,
big or go
insane.
home."
I don't know if anyone knows this, but Marco sends like an absurd amount of TikToks daily.
Cameron knows this.
You send me quite a few too.
Yeah, I think Kate
It's
knows this
like
too.
it is not uncommon for me at the end of the day to open my phone, go to TikTok, and see 99 plus from Marco.
Yeah.
At least
Make
during
the
the
heart go dookie dookie.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like great. I have a pretty fun time scrolling through most of them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I am his For You page.
Actually, like at this point, if I actually like scroll through like the majority, it's I spend more time scrolling through the messages that you sent me than actually going through my For You page. Days that you
Yes.
send me like 99 plus.
Yeah.
And it
And I
like ranges. It goes through like something cute to something weird to something like what the fuck to
And then
Valorant
there's
or something like that.
and then there's
yeah,
Cameron's
true.
TikToks. Berries and beans, berries and
Berries and
cream.
cream. Berries.
Like, I can't escape ever since she started giving those berries and cream TikToks.
Dude, I didn't even like get a berries and cream TikTok from one of you guys. I don't think. I think we just talked about it on one of like on a Discord call, and then boom, I just started getting berries and cream on my For You page.
They're always listening.
They are. They are always listening. I swear to
Dude,
God, they
I
always
swear
are.
they are. Cause what's
Because
good?
I talked to someone about something else as well, and they just started popping up on my For You page, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, hey yo, like I know you're always listening, man, but like this just ain't something I'd want on my For You page, please. I'd like go to the not interested option.
Yeah. Cameron says berries and cream in all caps. You'll never escape it, Marco. Probably not. On
I
all
feel like I
honesty.
won't. Okay, because the TikToks that I get sometimes, it's like a different audio, and then they just
Yeah.
like replace like a couple of the words with like berries and cream.
Like I've
And I'm
seen
like, God
TikToks.
damn it, it's back again.
Like I've seen TikToks of like mashups of that I don't know how to describe it. Song, I guess.
Hmm.
It's the little lad dance. Um, where it's like there's only like 20 videos of this and you manage to see like 3 of them.
Yeah,
How far deep of berries and cream TikTok are you on?
dude, like it all came so quickly too. Like one day there was no berries and cream, zero. The next day it was just all there. Every like fifth video I'd go to berries and cream.
That's a fact.
TikTok's kind of crazy. Like I was thinking about this the other day. The fact that the For You page exists and that it's completely random, not completely random, but in the perspective of like everyone in the world who uses TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
it is completely random for each person,
Oh yeah,
depending on their taste, what they like, what they don't like, and stuff like that. And the
exactly.
fact that we're all on berries and cream TikTok is crazy to me.
God.
It is a vibe.
going back to what you said on what's it called, like them listening in on us. I remember when I was like at work, cause like we all speak French here, right? Or at least we've done
Uh,
a little bit of French, right?
Charlie.
uh,
Yeah, it's okay, Charlie. You're the not so whitewashed Filipino.
it's
Charlie.
Charlie just
okay. At least I can understand most of it.
exactly.
I
But
just
yeah,
am French.
yeah. No, Gabe, we don't care about you. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right?
We
Not
don't care
interesting
about
at
that
all.
side of you. But no, like
Damn.
during work, like I spoke French to some clients, and like I didn't get like French TikToks at the time, but then I started speaking French like a couple weeks after. I started getting French TikToks. I'm like, why? Why is this happening?
Yeah, you just can't speak a different language around your phone, or it'll just give you content in a different language.
Exactly. And if I'm ever drunk and I start speaking gibberish, it'll give me some fucking weird country's TikTok site. I'm like,
There's just
who
gonna be
asked
some
for this?
random TikToks. Yeah, man. I don't know. I find it really cool how like they have that and it exists. I find it kind of creepy that they're listening in on everyone, but honestly, like they're listening to so many people. I feel like no one's actually listening to it. It's just some AI kind of like trying to suit whatever content it shows you to things that like
Mhm.
kind of relate to you at least.
Yeah, the algorithms though do be insane.
Yeah, like I have a mad respect to whoever like coded that shit,
Mm-hmm.
typed all that up because I bet that that it was pretty hard.
Mhm. Like you don't even have to be like talking. Like you just like you're in a mood. Like I was in a mood like a couple days ago, and then like TikTok's like, here, have some more depression.
Yeah, yeah, that's something I like. Okay, I bet I can go on TikTok right now and scroll through my For You page and it'll be chill, like it'll be happy. But if I'm in a sad mood and I go on TikTok thinking,
Uh huh.
oh, I'm gonna go and they're all gonna be happy like before. No, I go on and boom, they're just all sad. I don't know how to
Bruh.
tell, man. I didn't
Mine is
even
like
think
different.
games.
I
Charlie's
just go
just
on TikTok just to go on TikTok, and then it would be like a video of me making me laugh, and then there'd be a video of me making me cry, and then be a video of like lesbian, and then I'm like, hell yeah. And like it's just like every time I go on TikTok, like no matter what mood I'm in, it's like TikTok's there to like switch up my mood in so many different directions.
yeah.
Talking about that though, the one thing that's consistent on my TikTok is thirst traps. There are an
It's a fact.
exponential amount of people who make thirst traps on TikTok. And honestly, I have an appreciation for them. Like, you know what? You do you. Like, if you want to post it, if you don't want to post it, don't. But damn, like, there's quite a lot of them, and there's some pretty people, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, can't go back to my blonde hair days. I refuse to look back. Some cringy ass moments. Good thing my phone broke, cause then cause my drafts got deleted when that happened.
Damn, that's kind of rough,
Yeah,
actually.
it doesn't save on cloud. It saves on your phone, which is kind of a little whack.
That's kind of dumb. I feel like I should save on the cloud.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, you got like people with like 50,000 drafts for no apparent reason.
Oh, what are some extra hobbies that you picked up, like this, at least from the last time we did the podcast?
I don't
You guys
even.
pick up any new hobbies?
That's a very good question. What made you think about that? What are some hobbies that you kind of figured out that you enjoy doing?
At least for me, I used to play around with like FL Studio, which is like
Mhm.
a digital audio something. I forget what like DAW stands for. That's what they're called, DAWs. And oh, digital audio workstation.
Ooh.
And I kind of got into it. I kind of started to like learn about it and kind of just learn how to make beats or learn how to make something that I can like study to, like a pretty lo-fi sort of vibe. And
Mhm.
recently I just re-downloaded Ableton Live, which is like another like audio software. that you can use to make things like that.
Mhm.
And I really enjoy it. I really love seeing music come together. Music really is like an art.
Yeah, I know. Like me and my friend were talking the other day. We're just like, music is one of those things that lets you express yourself in ways you can't talk.
Yeah, like completely honestly, yes.
Yeah, and it's just like one of those like wondrous things where it's just like you you just can't ah gotta let that
Damn,
Okay.
out. It's early in the morning. Okay, I got up at 9:30.
damn.
But no, like it's one of those things that like lets you just be yourself, and no one should be ashamed of that, because then you'll find other people that like also have a similar taste as you, and you'll taste
I
that.
want to point out Cameron's comment.
Music is, yeah.
Yeah.
For those that, oh no, it's on my screen on Twitch, but for those that just are listening in, it says music is a universal language, and yes, we all love music here because music is the goat. I wonder if what's his face can join us. Sad Groovy. Oh man, we okay.
Probably not
Yeah.
here.
So for
Excuse
those
me.
that don't use Discord that often, bless you,
Excuse me.
bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, talk about the groovy stuff.
Yeah,
Didn't they remove rhythm?
they removed Rhythm
Yeah,
and Groovy bots, which are,
anything like
Both?
that
yeah,
can
they
like
removed both.
listen
And
in on YouTube and then give it back to you in a Discord call. I think they're trying to just get rid of all of it.
yeah, they got rid of all of Rhythm, I think, because it like,
There's a. Sorry, go ahead.
uh, yeah, no. And then Sad Groovy, which was labeled Tempo before, um, we can't use any YouTube content on it. It has to be Spotify or like Apple Music or something.
Which I still think that Apple Music is probably like Apple Music and Spotify. I feel like they're gonna do the exact same thing um as YouTube did to shut down Groovy.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's become like a motion that YouTube was like, no, we're not letting this happen anymore. And I feel like Spotify, SoundCloud, and all them are gonna kind of catch on and be like, yeah, we don't want it to happen either, because people pay for that subscription, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And while I don't think about the fact that I'm paying it, I pay it.
yeah,
And when you're listening in Discord, you're not paying for it. I feel like Spotify and Apple Music should release a bot for Discord though. It makes
There's
a
a
lot of
new bot. It's
oh,
called Botify.
Spotify.
Yeah.
That's actually
It's
dope.
been.
I should
Mm-hmm.
we should
kind
probably
of
add
cute.
that. Yeah, yeah. It's a cute name. Milky's in chat saying, "My aim gonna look like I'm an Iron One." Like, yeah, no, like even like before, like in Valorant, I guess going back to video games, um, I would like take like 2 weeks, 3 weeks off, just playing League, and then going to Valorant, and I'm like, all right, I'm cracked. And then summer break happened, and it's like, I'm dog shit. You know?
Yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've just been recently trying to get back into Val because I took a long break from it. I played a lot of like League and
Mm-hmm.
just grinded the absolute shit out of like one specific role to try to learn it as well as I could. And it's pretty fun. Yeah, but when I go to like any other game, since League is so like time intensive, like games can go on for an hour and you can lose. Like shit like that really just grinds my gears. But yeah, just going back to Val, I really have to just rework my aim. I think
Yeah.
yesterday I just hopped into aim labs and just I was just sitting there for like an hour or two just putting in the work. I didn't even play Val. I played like one or two games earlier, realized my aim was shit and then hopped into aim labs. And on like that's just the game.
Mm-hmm. Like I think last year, or not last year, like start of the year, because that's the when like I had my PC. Milky and I would get like would grind the crap out of aim labs, and like we would get up to like 80,000. Now I'm averaging 60,000 points on like the grid shot. And it's like it's not too far off, but like going higher is insane. And then like
You
there's like
feel it. You
tens,
feel the
yeah.
difference.
There's tens and Masayoshi. They get like 100,000 points. And I'm like, holy
Jeez.
shit.
Yeah, some of those professional players, like they go ham.
Mhm.
But I mean, that is their career too, hey? So they have, like, I guess they've been grinding on aim labs in Valorant for, like, who knows how long.
Exactly.
No, yeah,
Aim
full,
labs is my life.
full respect to their grind.
we're gonna have like Milky in the sidebar, like where it shows like everyone's online. It's just gonna constantly saying playing aim labs.
Yeah.
Just like the spring. Like you never got off of that last year.
Yeah, talking about that, like Milky, he grinded aim labs for a while when we
Yeah.
got into Val. Hey,
Mhm.
And you go back to Val and your aim's still shit.
yeah, I don't think that's their fault though.
It's not. It's literally just like precise gunplay.
And the thing is, like, I'm glad I got into Val when I did because
Mm-hmm.
I can see everyone around me playing the game slowly getting better. And like I said about like Apex and stuff, the game's been out for a while, like Warzone and stuff. They've been out for a while. People have just gotten good. And that's just how it is because people play it from like release. And since those games have been out for like a couple years or whatever, like it's people are good.
Mm-hmm.
And Val has only been out for a year, and I got into it like
Wait,
a
really?
while after it started. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
think
thought it was way before a year.
I mean, there's beta, yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
no, it like I remember getting the 1 year pass and like getting the 1 year like
yeah.
nickname. I don't exactly remember when, but I remember getting it, and I was like, wow, like it's already been a year.
Mm-hmm. Like,
But the thing is, like if I was a new player trying to get into Val, I'm sorry, my God,
no, it's okay.
but like if I was a new player trying to get into Val, I would be really frustrated not knowing what I know now and not being able to play how I play now. And while yeah, I'm not the best person like in game, like in in relation to my skills, it's pretty damn hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like even just being like an active player and kind of knowing at least with a general idea what the hell's going on.
Like,
And so being new, I can imagine it's incredibly hard. Go ahead, Marco.
Milky saying he was pretty sure that it was most of last year too. Last year, me and Milky had our PS4s. We didn't have PCs at the time. We didn't get our PCs till end December, start of second term. And
Yeah, you guys grinded on laptops, huh?
now we grinded on our PS4s playing Rainbow Six Siege, another toxic game.
That's a whole different type of game, man.
Like, it's not even toxic in on the PS4. It's toxic in PC because that's like where you can type. That's where you can like talk to other people. But like talking to people like on PS4 is like everyone's pretty chill. Honestly, it's
Nah, man. On PC though, it's pretty damn toxic because you can
yeah.
type. I think I downloaded the game. I remember doing this. I remember downloading Rainbow Six Siege,
Mm-hmm.
hopping into one match, not knowing the map, not knowing like the people that you can play. I just like selected someone, got spawned in. It took me like a minute or two just to get to the building where the sites were in.
Yeah,
I think at least. I'm not entirely sure. Like I still have no clue.
yeah,
I played one game and this guy immediately started typing to me on my first death. Wow, you're so dog shit. And I was like,
yeah,
dude, like how am I supposed to learn the game if this is the community, right?
yeah,
So it ends up just being a bunch of people who've been playing for like 2+ years because no one else wants to join.
yeah. Milky said Plat 3 on R6 on PS4. Fuck you, first of all, because I was literally 3 elo away from Plat 3, and the game was like, this is a good time to put him on a 10-game losing streak. Me and Milky grinded together, and then we're just like, and it just like, it was so bad.
Toxic environment even in casual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah, I can see that with Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in casual, you don't get picks and bans like does. It's like blind pick for League in comparison to Rainbow Six. So like people would just play shield operators. I used to play a person named Clash, and they had an electric shield that was super stupid. I killed so many people with it. I loved it. There's a thing called a turtle strat, where like you electrify them, which slows them, by the way. You put the shield away, you grab your secondary, spin around, and just bonk them.
I hate that.
It was, I was the greatest at it, for sure.
Like you and your gosh.
Yeah,
most people don't.
we did a lot of 1v1s. Like me and Ethan did a lot of 1v1s, and every time he would just have to ban Clash.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like banning Mayone now.
I'm just thinking about my ranked experiences in like any game I've played ranked now.
Stardew Valley ranked.
They're like, ranked is pretty toxic in like most of the games that I've played ranked in.
Yeah, because everyone's like
Take it
sweaty.
incredibly seriously, yeah.
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 Sweats about it.
I mean, they don't want to lose Elo, you know.
I mean, yeah, like you don't want to lose Elo, but people just have to know like you win and lose games. That's just
That's
how
true.
it goes, right? And
You can go ahead.
I don't know, man. Like ranked is just there are some sweaty ass people who take it incredibly seriously. I know, like even like especially pros. When I look at pros playing ranked, like they're just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's genuinely like a pastime for them because they play professionally. They play tournaments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So while they need to maintain a certain rank in like any game they play, they don't care all that much, and they do really well because of that. Their mentals just never broke.
Mm-hmm.
But in games that are toxic or like games where people just take it way too seriously, your people's mentals break so quick.
Mhm.
And in games like that, like Valorant at least, I'll use as an example. If one person's mental is broken, it screws up the entire team because you're no longer playing a 4v5 or like a 5v5. Now you're playing like a 4v6 because that person has pretty much just transferred it over to the other team
Yeah.
because they no longer think that you can win.
Mhm.
They think that the other team will win and they will back that up with the rest of the game. They'll be like spamming FF votes, they'll be typing in chat saying like how we're just going to lose and like why didn't we FF, things like that.
Yeah.
People's mentals break incredibly quickly. And it's really shit to see.
Mhm.
It's really shit to have. Like if someone like that like if something like that happens to you on your team, man, it feels bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking about ranked games, like when I play ranked on Apex, like when I solo queue, because like, you know, I've been playing Apex way before I've been playing Valorant,
Yeah.
and I think the highest I've ever been in Apex was probably Plat 3. And
Hi.
yeah, and the thing is, I've been solo queuing most of the time in ranked, and it would just be like chill, like either one, no one's talking, or two, it would be just like there'd be like that one toxic person. But since it's like only a 3-person squad compared to like a 5-person squad, because like it's like you three versus like the whole entire lobby, and then for Valorant is like 5v5. And my experience of solo queuing between, which was my mistake because I thought it would be like the same experience that I would be having in Apex.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, people like would freaking, what's it called? Just the negativity, like how, like what would you benefit from taking someone down like that? And like when you were talking about pro players, they're not, like their aim is not the greatest 24/7, if you know what I'm saying. Like you're gonna see them like be shit one game and then be good another game, just like every other person.
They're
Like
just a hell of a lot more consistent with how good they are.
Yeah.
yeah. Like literally what yesterday or the day before, Rowan, one of our friends, was talking about him having an off day, and like there's nothing like you can really do. It just happens. Like the off days are just off. Like you can't really do much to like stop it. Like once you're down, like it's pretty down bad. Start simping for people that you don't want. It's kidding, but nah. Um, Whenever I start losing, like in League, if I ever like get ganked by like four people, I'll just be like, wow, it really took four people to kill me. I have an ego boost whenever like I take it as a compliment whenever people gank me. I'm like, damn, you really couldn't do
Yeah,
it by
talking about
yourself.
Val, or not Val, League, it has given me a whole different mentality about dying in video games.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, some deaths that you have are just unavoidable. Like as soon as you get into yourself into like a certain scenario, you're almost like guaranteed to just not come out of it alive. And I used to think like, God damn it, like this shit sucks. But honestly, like so be it. If since we're talking about League, I'll use League. Like if it's just me in a lane and my opposing laner, there's just the two of us, and like it's kind of isolated in that way. But if like two, three people come to my lane and they get into a position that just like I can't avoid dying, I'm not upset. I'm just like like you said, I'm just like wow, like it really just they kind of just did that. Like there were three people that had to come take me down
Yeah.
as an individual. And like that's kind of my mentality, but like while I feel shit because I don't feel shit in Apex because I just die in scenarios like that. I feel shit in Apex because of my aim, but just dying in like scenarios where I feel like I couldn't get out, I'm not upset with those anymore. I used to like get really upset when I only played games like Call of Duty and stuff on the Xbox. I
Mm-hmm.
get pretty upset with things like that. I'd be like, God damn, like that shit sucks. Like why am I getting 2v1'd? But honestly, like I said, it's sometimes it's just unavoidable and that's okay.
Yeah.
People just have to kind of get that.
But yeah, no.
Like in a lot of FPS games, like you'll get pinched or something, and you couldn't come out of that in a decent I don't know in a decent state. Like you couldn't win typically in a pinch. If you do, like it's like wow, like you did something incredibly crazy. But if you die, it's like oh
Mm-hmm.
so what? Like you got pinched. And a lot of games are like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's about how you see it. Like I know that people get upset, like, oh, third party, blah blah blah, but it's like, what's the probability of you getting out of that situation though?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, in Apex, it's pretty damn like third partying is like part of the game. Like that's part of your
Hmm.
and a lot of people do it. And so like if and when I've gotten third partied, I just kind of go, damn, like that sucks.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not upset. I'm just like, okay, let's just
Period.
queue up for another one.
Hmm. And they added a thing too called arenas. I don't know if you
Oh
guys
yeah,
played that, but I think it was a nice way to actually help with your aim
it
and to like
is.
deal with like maybe a 1v3 situation. Because I feel like if you're especially solo queuing in Apex and you're not playing with like people that you know how to play, I guess, like the way
Mm-hmm.
that you play, because like everybody has different play styles. You see like people hiding in corners, or either you rush every single gunfire you hear. But I think arenas is like a nice way to like practice your aim and deal with those type of situations and how to like go in and go out.
No, it was really fun. Like
I
Gabe,
like arenas actually.
Gabe and
Mm-hmm.
I played it a couple times, and we'd get carried by our other dude, but at the same time, it was fun. And then we play with Alvin, and then I would get the most amount of damage, but then no one would kill. So
Hey, you can't say that, dog. You'd be like 500 meters away from anybody without being
Just
die.
dinking everybody.
Just be like,
it's
well,
not,
pick
it's,
me up.
dude, it's not my fault. Y'all can't catch up to my Pathfinder.
Oh, so you like to go head first?
Yeah, he just
Literally.
zip lines across the map.
Oh my
Like
god.
a 1v3 play style in a three-man team. And I mean, so be it. Like that's just the way he played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But once I get back into it, I'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I think
It's a
I'm gonna
fun
try to
game.
start getting back into like
Yeah.
Apex Legends
Okay,
Or
and
period.
Valorant,
because
honestly.
I'm starting to get back
Mm-hmm.
well and like FPS games are fun, man. Like you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
think too much. It's just like
Yeah.
it's just the game, I guess. Like as much as I love League, I just have to put way too much brain power into just playing. Like my actions per minute is way higher than any other game I've played. And it's, I don't know, like I have to think like about what I have, what the opponent could have,
Yeah.
about who could be where, what's up, like what objectives are up, how many towers have been like it's just so much that you have to think about. And honestly, I appreciate Apex because yeah, like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of items. There's a lot of different types of the same item, like shields for I don't even know if they're called that, but like whatever armor that you get put on, like there's a bunch of different levels of that, and you have to take that into consideration when you're in a gunfight, and you have to
Yeah.
take up like
Yeah.
healing and stuff. And I don't know, like yeah, you have to think about that, but it's never too much. Now that I've played League, it's just a matter of getting good at it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like FPS games. That's why I'm gonna try to get back into them.
Period.
Yeah,
I'll say that I'm going back into it, and then Yone will like the new skin for Yone will come out. I'm like, take a break.
you just hop right back on the League grind.
Yeah. Well, I'll still definitely
Yeah,
play like Apex, but like I don't think I'll play like Valorant for like a while. That game's a little wacky for me right now. Like no cap.
yeah, it's pretty damn hard
Yeah.
after not playing for a while, trying to get back in, especially because like your account holds the same MMR that you had when you were playing.
So like,
So when you get back into it, your skills are probably a lot lower. Not a lot lower, but they're definitely lower than when you were playing. And or no, your skills are a lot worse than when you were playing earlier. But your MMR is the same. So you get queued up with people who were just as good as you were, and you're playing worse. And that feels really garbage.
mm-hmm.
So I'm almost recently I've made an active decision to like not play League. Like I'm like, oh, like I want to play games, and I just almost like default I open up the League client and I'm like, actually, let's go play a different game. I have many games on my computer. Let's play something else, you know?
Yeah. Like I have a lot of games on my computer. I have Muck, the game you guys told me to download, and I also have games from like the Epic Game Store.
Yeah, I've played Muck once.
Yeah, I have not played Muck once.
Like another game I started playing with Isaac is Rust, and I think I played it like once, and
Mm-hmm.
like in my head, I'm like, damn, that game's really hard. I don't know how much I'll play it. But honestly, like the only way to get better at games is to play them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna tell Karstad like I want to play a lot more Rust. And I know Rust is can be a pretty sweaty game, but honestly, I have fun just kind of like walking around, like just figuring out what the hell's going on, like just
Yeah.
smacking a rock against a tree. Like that's pretty fun to me because I've never done that sort of thing.
Yeah. But no, like I have a shit ton of fun games. I just haven't touched them because like League has literally sucked the soul out of me.
Yeah. Hey, anyone who's listening who doesn't play League actively and you're looking and you're like, maybe I should get into League, I would honestly recommend you not to
Yeah.
if you enjoy playing other games because you probably will stop playing those games
Yeah.
because of League if you get really into it. And that's something I don't like about League. I love the game. I hate the community, but I love the game.
It's very
But it
addictive.
takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of like knowledge just to play at like at least at a decent level where you don't like absolutely just run it down and die.
Mm-hmm. But no, it it's a fun game. It just it's a while, I guess. Like
Yeah,
it'll take up a lot of your time. That's for sure.
that kind of just sums up like video games recently for me. I've realized that League just is just a time sink, like a huge time sink.
Yeah.
But other than video games, like life's been pretty good.
Yeah. Like honestly, I think if I didn't play League, I would I would definitely be studying a lot more and doing probably more like trying harder in school, but at the same time,
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I
like,
don't
no.
want to say it's an addiction, like going back to League.
Hmm.
It kind of is
Yeah,
in in a stupid way.
yeah, no, it's just one of those games that I can't really like get rid of.
Yeah, like I never see myself not playing League in the near future.
Yeah,
Like I feel like I will be playing this game for at least like the next year or so.
me and my 5 kids getting a role.
Charlie, you probably don't know about League, but yeah, so it's like a five-man team, and people have like made jokes about having five kids.
Oh yeah, I think Tenzi did
Yeah,
that.
Tennis
Yeah,
did
the
that
same
for
thing with Val.
Valorant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really funny,
it's
and like they're
hilarious.
like, yeah, the first kid's gonna get this role because that's like the oldest child type vibe, and like, it's pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. League is a really big time sink.
It is.
But recently, I have had I've had responsibilities after moving out. Like we have to do our own groceries. I think recently, I think it was yesterday actually, where we just like clean the house and like we make our own food now. So like if we want to have supper, we've got to like 30 minutes to an hour before be like, okay, let's go make supper. And I really like that actually. I
Hmm.
like having to like support myself. It gives me something to do during the days where normally I'd just be like sitting on my phone, like scrolling through TikTok, like or something like that, or just like playing games. You do something with your day and it feels nice. I want to start going to the gym.
Hmm. Same, man.
It's been a while since I've gone to the gym. I want to go.
Gym's a good place. It's
It is
like
a
a
good
comfort
place.
zone. That's me.
If
Yeah.
Yeah, if people are listening who haven't gone to the gym, just go. Like just like make it a routine for like 2 weeks. And like yeah,
Literally,
you
yeah.
might hate the people who are there, but like actually being at the gym and like once you get used to being there and if it's a good environment, it'll be nice. It'll be really nice. Like you'll see your progress and you'll probably feel pretty good about it. And coming out of the gym, I always feel really good.
Yeah.
Like after doing like anything that concerns like physical exercise, I just feel really don't get me wrong. While I'm doing the physical exercise, there are times where I feel like shit. I'm like, God damn, this shit it's hard. It's
Hmm.
so hard. But like coming out, I'm like, damn, I did that. Like,
Yeah.
nice. And I feel really good about it. So yeah, if you don't have the habit of going to the gym, try it. It's a hard habit to pick up, but once you do pick it up, it's so worth it
Hmm.
in the sense that like you just feel good about. And honestly, you might not get like big gains, and that's okay. And you might not be the most fit person in the world, but just going to the gym and like knowing you did it gives you a sense of like pride, I guess. Like, wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's just before going, it's like I guess I deal with this problem, the motivation of going to the gym.
Mm.
But then once I'm there, I'm like, okay, let's get this shit done, and then you feel good afterwards. And then
Yeah.
the next day when you're sore, you're like,
Uh-huh.
damn.
You're like, damn,
You
I
know?
really worked
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like,
Doing the Debbie Ryan look. I did that.
jeez. Yeah, no. Like I go to the gym pretty consistently, but like I always leave one day for flexibility and mobility just so then I'm not dead by age of like 50. And
Yeah, you need
like
it, man. When I
yeah.
was swimming, it was so hard on your body. Like it's a full body workout swimming.
Yeah.
And every single coach in swimming would say, "Hey, stretch." Like, because if you don't stretch, you'll be so stiff and your body will just be like messed up. You'll have like weird like clumps of muscles in places that shouldn't be. Like you'll have knots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You need that flexibility. You need to stretch every once in a while.
Yeah, no.
And you probably should be stretching even if you're like not working out. It's
Yeah.
a really, really good habit.
Mm-hmm.
I need to work on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it to be fair, but yeah, I can recognize that it's a really good habit, and it's probably something
Hmm.
I should do like at least once a week, twice a week, just stretch and like make sure I can move, I guess.
Yeah. But no, like going to the gym is it's one of those like pastimes for me that lets me feel like I'm going like the slowest. Like a good slow though. Like cuz like during summer like my days would go like this. Like my 8 to 4:30 job was just so fast that like nothing really allowed me to like slow down like the gym did. The gym was just like
Yeah.
a mentality area.
At the gym, you can just like you can take your own time because you're setting your own pace for the most part. Unless you've got a trainer, you're setting your own pace,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and that's something I really like. Because yeah, while you're doing sports, like you might think you're setting your own pace, but you're actually running off like someone else's program for the most part, right?
Yeah.
But at the gym, it's just you. If you don't have a trainer, it's just you. And you set your pace, you get to think, you get to feel exactly what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And at least for me, when I'm at the gym, yeah, I'm working out, but I'm also like in my head just like thinking about things of the day. Like if I go at night, I'll be thinking about what happened, or if I go in the morning, I'll think about what I'm going to do
Mm-hmm.
and just like process everything. And like Marco said, like it's really nice to just slow down.
Yeah. No. But yeah, that.
Damn, it got quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like thinking, cause
Yeah, I
like
was thinking too.
yeah, cause like you know when you talked about like the coach and how like you're motivated because they're pushing you more than you're pushing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I need to like, I guess to what's the word, work on I guess, is my mental strength
Mm-hmm.
of like pushing myself because I'm so used to someone screaming at me and running line or something like that. But it's like no one's shouting at me when you're at the gym, and no one's pushing me to my limit for
Yeah.
their expectations. It's just me. So I guess I need to work on my mental strength of pushing myself more than having someone scream at me or like motivating me to do this and that.
Yeah, and that's something that I think extends into like real life.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
while I've got like a pretty shit like self motivation to do certain things like school, um, as much as like I appreciate school for being there, like it's a pretty nice system to be honest. Yeah, I think it can be better, but like school, you know what? It's there and I can appreciate it. I don't have a great motivation to do school, and not in a way like do it, just like when I'm there, like actually like actively put as much effort as I can into like
Mm-hmm.
my homework or put as much effort as I can into like studying. I just have no motivation because I've just gotten used to just coaches just
Mm-hmm.
yelling at me or telling me what to do and just like guiding me in that
Yeah.
sense. And I feel like self motivation is really something that you need to learn and pick up. It's an incredibly worthwhile skill to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. I didn't really have like screaming coaches. I don't think. But like, I just don't have any excuse for not studying. I just, I just don't really like give a shite about it.
Exactly, like that, and that ties into your self motivation
Mm-hmm.
because that's
Mm-hmm.
you pushing yourself to the extent that you feel. Because yeah, like there might be an idea in your head, like, oh, you should probably do this homework, and you'll do it. But the way I did it just to get it done. I didn't do it to the best of my ability, and I feel like I could have done so much better in high school. But like that's just the way it is. Um, it's the procrastination perfection cycle. I'm not entirely sure what the perfection part of that cycle means, but I feel like that relates pretty hard to me.
I think it's like when you have no motivation to do it or like to do your works, you're procrastinating, but you also want to do good for your expectations with school, if that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
just going with school, I guess, since that's the topic. But yeah, I also have this vicious little cycle when it comes to schoolwork is that I don't do it. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to cry about it because I have no motivation. And then it motivates me to like finish the work and get it done.
Yeah, Milky agrees. No, but like when it came to schoolwork, I am an incredibly bad procrastinator
Mm-hmm.
because if I knew the teacher would excuse my work for being late past the due date, I would genuinely procrastinate it past the due date until like they set, "Hey Gabriel, like you need to hand this in." And it was like a hard due date.
Yeah.
I would be like, "Damn, I should probably get this done." And so
Mm.
I'd sit myself done or down, and in the moment I wouldn't put my full effort into it. I would just do it to get it done, like I said. And when I handed it in and I got a grade back, I'd feel really shit about it because it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. But it would never, that thought would never tie into the next assignment or next test I'd have to do. So it was just a cycle. It happened over and over again. I'd procrastinate it as much as I possibly could until I know I needed to get it done, and I'd do it. I remember being in I had this teacher called Mr. Dormady. I don't know who's listening and who would know him, but I had a
Mm.
teacher called Mr. Dormady, and I remember waking up in the morning, and then I'd take my laptop to the bathroom. I'd turn on the shower as to like so my parents thought I was showering, and I would sit in the bathroom typing up the essay at like 8 in the morning. This essay was due at 10. This essay has been assigned for 2 weeks, and I'm typing up the essay that morning, right then and there, because I'd procrastinated it for so long. It procrastination's a really bad habit, and
It
it's
is.
something I'm currently still dealing with.
Yeah.
Hmm. Have you ever thought about tricking your brain for like setting a due date, like, oh, this is due like at this date, but you're gonna trick your brain to make it like a few days earlier?
Yes.
Only recently, yeah. Recently, I've been like, I feel like if I in university, I should have the mentality of, yeah, the due date might be Friday, but I'm gonna get it done for Tuesday, or I'm gonna
Hmm.
get it
Mm-hmm.
done for Wednesday, and then I'll try to do my best to get it done. But then that also gives me like 2, 3, 4 days to either just sit on it and then hand it in, and it already being done and not being rushed, or just like reviewing it and going over it again and making it better than like my first time around at it, I guess. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna have to be how I think for university here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy to think that I'm already like Charlie and I are in our second year already. It's just
Yeah,
like
I'll be starting my second year or so-called second year here soon,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
I'm really excited for it.
Like it doesn't feel like a second year, but honestly, I'm glad to call myself a second year because damn, freshmen are annoying. I am glad I was
And
antisocial last year, dude.
Cameron.
I feel like because of COVID, I don't feel like I'm as far into my education as I am.
Oh yeah.
Like I still feel like I'm kind of in that grade 12 stage because you know how like in relationships having closure is incredibly nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if the relationship ends, you have closure and like you feel a sense of relief. Don't get me wrong, you don't get closure every relationship, but like everything, it's nice to have closure on.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that sort of closure on grade 12. Like I didn't feel like I graduated
Hmm.
because March break happened and we were going to get 2 weeks off and we got the rest of the year off.
Yeah.
And then
No
we got the next
exams.
year off. And then now it's the next year off.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not actually there. Like, yeah, I might be doing it or I might be trying to do it, but I don't feel like I'm actively slowly going up in my education.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really drew the short straw being the first generation to graduate with COVID,
Yeah.
like just the first year moving up because we have to deal with all of the new shit that comes with it
That's a
and
fact.
COVID's relationship with our education. I don't know. It's incredibly upsetting to think about, but it's something that you just have to come to terms with. Like it exists, and that's just how things are. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry if it upsets you guys, but like
No, that's just reality.
Yeah.
exactly, like at this point, I can't stop it from happening. So I've just got to take it in and just go, so be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very much.
Milky said I can't wrap my head around the fact that I'm 50% done my
Yeah.
degree.
Because he's a
Like,
Mm,
that's
year older
crazy to
than
think
us.
about. Because, like, Ethan, man, like, I still feel like I'm in grade 11, you're in grade 12, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
when I think about you, I
That's
think of the
true.
fact that, like, you're just a grade above me. But I think of
yeah.
it in like a high school sense and not a university sense. But, like, we're in the university. Like, we're at a university level now. We're past high school. That's
Yeah.
done. At least for us. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
my sister just got in there, and I know there are people that sit in high school for a bit, and like, I mean, that's okay. High school's pretty hard, not gonna lie.
True.
High school is wacky.
High school's like a different vibe, and
Like,
while I hated a lot of the things that came with high school, I
yeah.
appreciate it for being there because it kind of like gave me a thing that I share with everybody else. Like everybody who has done education, everyone you see at university has done some version of high school, right? And while you might have hated yours, or you didn't have a good time, or someone just like absolutely just made the time a shit show for you,
Mm-hmm.
it happened. And then you can go meet people who have had similar experiences, but with like at a different place.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, I feel like I really just didn't have closure on grade 12. Like just thinking about it, like I'm looking at the comments in
Hmm.
the stream, or like I'm looking at chat, and like we had a graduation ceremony, yes, but it didn't feel like a graduation ceremony.
Yeah, I
It
didn't.
felt like a really shitty replacement for one.
Yeah.
And we missed out on a lot of things too. Like, dry grad was fun, don't get
Dry
me
grad was
wrong,
very
but
fun. Glad we
just
got
all
through
the
that.
other stuff that we could have done too after the March break was just kind of like it makes me question like did we actually leave like what we talked about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
just the closure part.
Yeah, and I feel like um I'm not entirely sure about your situation, Charlie. Were you there for the full year after we graduated?
The full year.
Yeah. Like we graduated, right? And then people were going off to university. And when I did my first semester, I made an active decision with my parents that I would not be moving away, be for like simplicity's sake. Like it would just save us a lot of money and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of like issues having to like figure out what to move and what not to move. So I ended up just staying in town for a year.
Yeah, I did that too. It was just that self conflict with like I'm done with high school but it doesn't feel like I'm done, so
Yeah,
I
because
feel like it
you're
should
still
stay a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. But I was planning to go down in the winter, but I guess the situation in Alberta just didn't really help, so then I stayed online back in YK for like a whole year.
yeah, I was just in Yellowknife, and I feel like because of the fact that I didn't leave, I never felt like it ended. I felt like high
Mm-hmm.
school was still going on while it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. I wasn't going to school, but I would still end up talking to the people that I talked to in high school, and there would still be conflicts, and it was almost like high school drama was still going on.
Yeah.
Everything about high school that wasn't the actual physical place and its education was still happening
Yeah.
after high school was finished. And only now that like things are kind of like at least before the new COVID strain in like back in Yellowknife,
Yeah.
people were figuring out like high school drama doesn't mean shit anymore. Because if someone's kind of pissing you off or you don't like someone, you could just stop talking to them now. You don't see them
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
every day anymore.
Legit.
You just yeah, just like just let them go.
Like,
Let them live their life, and they can be a grumpy, upset person that has a shit time, but you don't need to like bring that into your life. There is nothing forcing you anymore.
Like I'm glad,
Yeah.
but also like not glad that like I went off for the fall term, cause like I didn't really like I didn't have any classes in person, so like I didn't really like, meet anyone other than the people that were on my floor. But like uh, leave being able to just like leave Yellowknife and then just like start taking boxes off of to people I don't like hang out with or anything like that anymore. It was just like nice. I was like, I don't give a shit about you guys. Peace.
Yeah, and like you're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
That's a
Mhm.
very valid thing to do. You don't need to talk to anybody coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
You can just go recreate yourself.
Yeah.
You just talk to the people you like. You just meet new people. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's really important just to like, if you're going off to high school, to at least right now, because of the whole like COVID situation, everything's online, which we can get to in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you're going to university somewhere else, try to move down to that university. And can while it like might suck that everything's online and you're down south and you might feel like it's for no reason, there is a lot of self-development that comes with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you realize a lot of things and you have to live on your own terms and you figure out life, I guess, in a way.
Exactly.
Because like while you might think that you're figuring out life at your own like at your place back at home with your parents, you're still kind of like, I don't know a good way to put this. It sounds really bad when I say it, but I was gonna use the word mooch. Like you kind of mooch off your parents, you know?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Kind
Especially
of
like
like,
in this economic era, like mooching off of others like basically is needed. Like
yeah,
as hard as it is, like wealth is not distributed at all. Like good.
no,
If I had to compare like doing online back home to like online now, I feel like I'm a much better developed person than I was last year.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and isn't that weird? Because you're doing the exact same thing. The only thing is
Yeah.
you're doing it in a different place.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that like I would suggest people to move if you have the opportunity and it's there. Really, just move. Like have your own place or be in a place with other people. You
Mm-hmm.
learn a lot. You really do learn a lot.
Like there's a lot more opportunities when you're outside of your home too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're entirely right.
Like I met a good group of people last year. I was thankful for that. Like being away from Yellowknife, but like I don't really talk to them as much, just because like everyone moved for like spring term because like they found it useless to live on residence when like most of them are like either from America or like from a different like country. So like most of them just like moved back home instead of staying on res. And then but this year I've met some really nice people that like I bond more with, and like having that interaction like really helps like define what like to do and like where you really like where you're gonna go, and like the people that you surround yourself with, like how they influence you, honestly.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to like how everything's online now, do you guys think this is the new normal?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's gonna go back to the way it was before.
Honestly.
I feel like in-person classes are going to come back, things like that are going to come back. But like, I feel like the fact that you can take courses online, I feel like some courses are just going to be like that.
Mhm.
Um, and things like with the mask mandate, I feel like people are going to be wearing masks even if COVID like stops. If COVID just disappeared right now, I feel like people still would just be wearing masks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that. Things about like things that we started because of COVID, I feel like it's just going to be part of what our society is just become, which is a scary thought. But like, yeah, this is I feel like, in my opinion, this is just the new normal.
Mm-hmm.
And while it sucks that we'll probably never go 100% back to what it was, yeah, this is just it.
Yeah, I think it's all about adjusting and just like realizing that it's not gonna go back to the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
And
gotta find yourself your routine again, which was a difficult thing to do, but yeah.
Yeah.
but however, despite that fact, because of COVID and because everything became online, I feel like it's incredibly easier to just hold on to friends that aren't in your immediate city or like somewhere close, right? Like you can have friends online or in a whole different like country
Mm-hmm.
and still be great friends with them because of the fact that everything's online. People are just always online now because of school, because of all of this. And just like, yeah, like I said, holding on to those friends is it's nice. You meet people too that just like I never would have thought I would have met,
Yeah.
and people from like my hometown that I just didn't really talk to, and like I don't know if it was just the person I was or because of just the dynamic in however we were related that we just didn't talk. But now I talk to them and they're
Mm-hmm.
pretty great people. And I talk to
Ca-
them pretty often now. It's nice.
Cameron says, I wouldn't
And
have met
that's
y'all if not for this. False. You wouldn't have met us
Mm.
not for League.
Yeah, I feel like the reason I like started talking to Cam a lot was because of this Discord. Like I feel like we knew each other since elementary and stuff like that, but we haven't actually like hung out or talked until like just of this year and at the picnic.
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's crazy to think about things like that. If not for the boneyard, who wouldn't I have met?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love boneyards.
Like I remember how small the server was when we just started and how y'all met those people at League, and now it's like a much bigger community than what it was before.
It really is a community. I think Cameron was talking to me about how like that she sees it like a house where like
Aw.
there's different rooms and like we're all here. And like that's exactly like how I see it too. Like there are multiple channels for multiple different things. You'll find different things in each one, and we're all like, at least the people who use it more often, we're all at least somewhat invested in the fact that this is a place where we can communicate with our friends, we can share our
Mm-hmm.
experiences, we can share things that we want to share with other people.
Yeah.
We can spend time with other people. We can almost like if you join a call that's like just open, I guarantee someone
Yeah.
else will probably just join it.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
like you guys could just have a great conversation and just talk and like have a good time and go play a game
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
like the
And that is
And
servers.
just
Sorry.
go ahead, Mark.
oh, go ahead.
Like the servers are like a neighborhood, and then like each thing is like a house. Like Kip, Isabel, and Kate. Like they all have their own servers now. Like Kate, I'm sure like has had hers for a while. Like Kip's new one, like Kip's inbox. I think that's what. Yeah, his
Yeah.
inbox. Yeah, like it was like him like moving out of this and then going out somewhere else, and it's like
Yeah, because he's becoming like a content creator. I
yeah,
think he's trying to, or at least
Mm-hmm.
do it on Twitch, right? And
yeah,
he's kind of making like a nice little environment for all of that.
yeah. No, like it was actually like insane, like how like we got pretty well together, like through Valorant, and then we got him into League as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's nice like seeing those types of things like happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Like watching people grow is like a beautiful thing to see.
It's like I'm a
it
daddy.
is. Yeah, no, you're right. Hey, yo.
Daddy? Sorry. Daddy?
Sorry. Daddy? Sorry.
But not like
No, you're right though. Like it's really nice to see people grow
mm-hmm.
and just like do something and like see it slowly develop.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
Like it isn't even like that long of a time. It's been less than a year, but like it feels like close. It feels really close.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Like we met like Kip and Alyssa
January?
yeah, and we met through a fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remembered.
Alyssa, Kip, like, and like Alyssa introduced us to Isabel, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that
then
like it
yeah,
just like started a whole network of people that like I kind of just know now. And then that got me playing more,
yeah.
and that got me meeting more people who
Hmm.
also play. Like wow, it's crazy.
Hmm.
I remembered the Valorant game where we met Alyssa, and I was like, "Is that a girl?"
Yeah,
And then we
yeah,
added her, and look what happened.
yeah. It was like you, me, and Ethan, right? And
I
then
think so.
yeah, and then our fifth AFK'd, and then Alyssa was talking, and I'm like, "Is that a gamer girl?" But not
Can
like,
you simp?
nah, like it's a great.
I remember hearing this from someone, but Alyssa
Hmm.
wasn't gonna play that game. You guys know that, right?
What?
What?
That was
So the chances of meeting
yeah.
her.
Damn.
She like she was debating whether or not she was gonna queue up for one last one for the night or she was done, and
Mm-hmm.
she ended up queuing up, and that was the game that you guys were in.
Yeah.
That's the
And
game
the
you guys
fact that we thought her name was Ashley.
Yeah. Well, no, cause her gamer tag is Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's Alyssa backwards or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was like it was
Something
like
like
yeah,
Ashley.
yeah, Ashley.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, maybe it's Ashley. She wanted ass.
Oh my god. No, I remember having someone like with their name backwards, and I thought it was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, it's kind of crazy that we met, and like the fact that all this happened, and
Yeah. Kip
like
and
Nick's in the
Arthur.
audience right now. Like I didn't really talk to Nick in school all that
Yeah.
much, and I'm really glad that I've met you out of high school, cause you're a pretty great person, and we met through a fucking game. Like I don't know, it's crazy to think about,
Mm-hmm.
and just like things like that, little things like that, that like if I didn't play this game or if COVID didn't happen and things weren't online, I wouldn't be like, thanks, Nick. I wouldn't have met a lot of these people.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, while I hate everything having to be online, I wish everything was just normal.
Yeah.
I don't see myself living the life that I'm currently living and meeting the same people and having the same experiences while like not being forced to do everything online and
Mm-hmm.
having restrictions to going outside and having to stay in most of the time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
No.
know if I phrased that right, but like yeah, I don't know, man.
No, I think that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I would have built a PC if it wasn't for COVID.
Me
Like,
neither.
me and Milky were just like, PC would sound nice instead of buying a whole ass PS5 or like the next generation PlayStation like
Just
every other year,
continuing,
right?
yeah, continuing to buy things like that. That was another
Like
thought I had when getting a PC.
it's either spend like $1,000 now and keep that for like a long time and upgrade it whenever, or needing to like spend $500 like every like other year.
That's a nice thing about building a PC too. Like you can always upgrade.
Yeah. No, it's nice. I'm really thankful I got myself one.
Yeah,
And like
same.
Marco said, because of COVID, I don't think like if COVID didn't happen, I don't think I would have gotten one.
Yeah,
But because of the fact that like online school happened and they was
yeah,
like announced like online school will be a thing. I was like, I don't really want to be doing this on my laptop forever.
same.
You know, like I don't want to go through my whole university career doing this all on my laptop if this is online.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let's get myself a PC. And I was like, you know what? Let's get myself a good PC. Because I like playing games. Games are really fun. So let's get a PC that I can play games on. And now, I've got myself a desk space. Like it's almost like I've built my own cubicle,
Mm-hmm.
but like in my room. And it's I don't know. I really like the vibe.
I just want to go back home. so I can dump all the useless shit I have in my room. I have boxes up there, and it makes it look like I'm living in Animal Crossing. People say that, and I'm like, damn, I can't say you're wrong. But no, like back home, like I lived in a den, so like I didn't have the door, and I don't know how many viewers know that I didn't have a door in my room, but it was whack.
I
Like,
didn't know for a while, dude.
yeah,
You
Actually,
didn't have a door?
nah,
yeah, exactly. See, Charlie
yeah,
didn't even know. He just didn't
like
have a door.
yeah, so I couldn't like really personalize it as much as I could, but like I wanted to because my parents like saw like it like right away.
Hmm.
But having my dorm, like I can keep it slightly messy to the point where like I like it, and it's not like always super clean and uptight because like that's not like really me. I'm not as messy as my brother, but I'm not as clean as my sister. I'm like in the middle where it's like nice and just me.
Yeah, or like you might have some things laying around,
Mm-hmm.
but you know what those things are. You know why they're there,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. If things are too clean, it's almost like I feel really bad if I mess it up.
Like
I don't know if that makes sense.
yeah, I haven't even like made my bed for a couple of times just because like, I was like, I'm just too lazy.
And like you can do that. That's
Yeah,
okay. No one's like
Yeah.
yelling at you to make your bed.
yeah, because like
Yeah, it's
It's
all
like
about your comfort.
people in the
exactly.
dorms and like friends would be like, yeah, no, dude, like it's all right. It, I'm pretty sure like my room messy or like it's just like yeah,
And
don't
like
care.
yeah, like as you grow up, you'll probably like find the knack for like cleaning your house or cleaning your room. But like at least for now, like it really is just comfort like Charlie said. Like however you want it to be, you can have it that way. Like I
Mm-hmm.
know that I have nobody coming over and like coming into my room very much other than like Remiel who lives with me,
Yeah.
right? So I have no one to impress with my room.
Mm-hmm.
So I actively like don't make my bed like the majority of the time. And like I've got things on the floor, not in a mess, but like it's like an organized pile of things on the floor. And my parents would have like gotten mad at me just for having that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know why it's there. I know what it's for. I know I know exactly why I put those things on the floor in the place that they are. And that's just how I can have my place.
Yeah.
And like there were some things that I did and some things that I had that my parents didn't quite agree with, so I have to like hide them away, and it would make like a really bad problem. But like I can just have those out in the open now, and it doesn't create a mess. They just exist, and I like that aspect of it. Like you said, you couldn't personalize your room. Now you can.
Yeah.
That's a thing you can do.
Like I recently bought some art from this like small business. Her name is Bianyo. She's American based, but like she does really nice artwork, like insanely good artwork. I know you've shown Kate and Cam some of her artwork, but like I bought like $60 worth of her artwork, like I think yesterday, and I'm so excited because like I'm gonna have something to put on my walls now, and like as I wanted to like put like uh aesthetically pleasing posters, I wanted to like do this one for like a small business. It'll help the economy.
Period.
But yeah, no, like yeah.
I feel like especially like since we're talking about school and we're talking about online classes and living on our own and not with our parents, I think environment, like the place that you're like studying around,
Mm-hmm.
can impact you a lot.
Oh, it like definitely can because um, going to like the library compared to like being here, like in my room, I can't study because like whenever like I'm doing my schoolwork, I'm just like you know that like Valorant League or like whatever game buttons like right next to Chrome. What
Kind
if
of
Yeah,
my
tempting
like
you.
like yeah? What if my
it's
hand
always like,
just slipped?
oh,
Okay.
I'll just play like one game, and then one game turns into two, turns into three, turns into four, turns into five.
Yeah, and then oh shit, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No. Can't end on a loss. 12 a.m. hits. 30 hours after. Well,
Holy
shit.
shit. Keeping up with like Remiel, and like I think this is the time where we were like consistently playing with Tommy,
Hmm.
and we were just like, hey,
Oh
can't end
yeah.
on a loss, and we played until like 4 in the morning.
Yeah. I remember
Man, like,
during my isolation period, Gabe, you and I like would build these stupid things on League. Like just it made no sense, but
just
it
because
was
we
just
could,
fun.
man.
Yeah. Like we'd
We
stay
just
up
like we
like yeah, we'd just stay up like 24 hours cuz like we could. Like we didn't really have anything else to do.
Wasn't there
So
that one time where Gabe had like Valorant on for like 72 hours or something like that?
Yeah, okay. The whole story behind that is I think I like left the house going camping
Uh,
or something, and my shit was just open. And thank
mhm.
God, like the Valorant, like the home screen, it moves around, so it didn't like burn itself onto my monitor. But it was really funny. Like you guys sent me like texts, and it was like Gabriel's been playing Valorant for 72 hours. Holy shit!
Double fuck. Yeah.
No, but yeah, like I don't know. We're getting our sleep schedule back on track. I looked at like some of my closer friends and said like let's just get our sleep schedule back on track. And I mean, I haven't done the greatest job, but at least I'm making like an active effort. Like I'm thinking about it every night. Like I probably should go to bed at a decent hour and try to wake up at a decent hour.
Mhm.
And while I might sleep through my alarm, at least I have an alarm, right? Like I didn't have an alarm for the longest time. I just sleep and wake up whenever the hell I would wake up.
I used to have a
But
nice green alarm that like actually was able to wake me up, but then it broke. And then now I just use my
Ruh-roh.
phone and my iPad. Like I wake up to those, but at the same time, it's just like it's not as fun as hitting the fucking alarm clock. You know, just bonking.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even because of me.
yeah,
Like I literally put it on my windowsill, and my window was open, and the blinds just like knocked it down, and it just broke. And I'm like, damn.
I don't have a bonk alarm anymore.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Mine's like a speaker that's like connected to the Wi-Fi. Like it's a Wi-Fi speaker, and it like at a certain time I can make it ring, and like I don't bonk it. I press a little press play, press pause button on the top, and that's the extent of it. So it's
Hmm.
so easy to just go right back to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to end this up, wrap this up here soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I,
Excuse me.
I think this is a nice area to kind of end off on. We talked a lot
Mhm.
more than I expected, but like, it's always good, like making this
Mhm.
podcast, and
It was
hopefully,
nice.
yeah, hopefully this time I can keep the promise of saying we'll try and make this more on a regular basis, cause last time it was hard over the summer.
That's
So,
true. Mhm.
It's been hard pretty recently, but I like doing this. It's pretty fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's really fun.
connecting with y'all and to like people in chat too, and just seeing them relate to it as well is a good feeling.
And
Hmm.
really
Just
just
like,
have like a conversation.
Exactly.
mhm.
No
And
games, no nothing. Like we're just talking.
Yeah.
and it's nice to know that like what you're like feeling is you're not the only person who's going through like the same thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I'm hoping.
The sentence "we're all COVID kids" just came to my head. Like we're all kind of experiencing this at the same time, and it's
Yeah.
nice to know that you guys have a similar experience as to what I'm having, and like it's incredibly comforting.
Hmm. No, Nick, not COVID with a K. Stop it. That's some good CC there. I hate my life.
Damn.
This is constantly making league like puns. Fuck. But yeah, no.
I don't know, man. It's like part of my life now. Like League has just become part of my life. it's not just a game I play, it's genuinely like an active thing that I think about all the time.
Yeah. Like it's just
But yeah.
like task manager in my brain is just running League 24/7.
Oh,
Yeah, that shit doesn't close.
Yeah. But no.
No, but yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
having us again.
No.
It's
Thank you.
really,
Thank
it's
you
always
for
nice.
yeah. Hopefully next time my power won't go out again. We can,
wait. So did they fix it?
yeah, it's fixed now because
Okay.
yeah, my roommate and I had fridges on the same side of the breaker, so it kind of fucked everything up.
That's really funny that that's the reason why.
Yeah, but nah, it was good having you guys. Hopefully next time I'm thinking of getting a guest in, so we have a different perspective as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okie
But
dokie.
thank you for the entire audience. You guys have been very
Thank
nice and
you.
helpful. So we will see you guys next time.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye bye.